Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. We are going to be doing a craft room tour. I'm going to show you my new craft space and office space. So if you guys want to see how I organized everything and put it all together, then just keep on watching. Hello, so if you have not seen my Instagram stories, I have posted a lot on there about my craft room. So I'm just going to show you kind of the before. I really need to get it organized. When we moved, I just kind of took stuff out of boxes and threw it into bins and things like that. And then I've tried getting back into doing videos, and it's all just become quite a bit of a mess. The words are going too fast for my mouth to speak. Anyways, I'm just going to show you kind of what I got going on, and then I will show you an after everything is clean and put away and hopefully organized as much as I can, and show you guys my new crafting space, which this is amazing. I have an entire basement to make as my little studio. When I went from my bedroom to then we enclosed the den in our old home, and then I had that room, which was amazing, but it quickly got too small. As you can imagine, this is what I do for my job. I craft, and I have a business in making craft kits, so I have to have an area to package and, put labels and box everything up, and then I have to have an area to film my videos. And so I feel like this is a bit overkill. You don't necessarily need a room this big, but it's amazing to have. And I told my husband, when we move into our permanent home, where we either build or we buy or whatever the case may be, it's going to be really hard to downgrade. So hopefully in the next place where we end up, we can have something like this, similar to the size, so that I can keep doing what I love, and that's crafting and making videos. So I'm just going to show you a little overview of what I have going on. I'm warning you, it is a bit of a crazy mess, bags everywhere. Yes, there are soda bottles around. I do lots of late nights, so caffeine is a must occasionally. And by occasionally, I mean basically every single night. So yes, there are still, the things that my children trickle down here, toys and shoes. But this is just a brief overview. What I've got going on, boxes that need to be taken out of down here and put in the recycle can. And then my order area that I'm working on organizing and getting all set up so it's nice and organized and not so messy and crazy. And then over here, craft stuff, and a chair that my child sits in and watches TV while I'm crafting. But so it's just a bit of a crazy mess at the moment. I want things to not, and yes, that is my secret stash that is not so secret of pumpkin Reese's, because those are my favorite. And so yeah, this is what we got, what I'm working with. Whole lot of crazy right now, but it's going to get there, hopefully. I mean, I know I'm not the only one with the crazy craft room, but it's nice when it's all nice and organized, and it just makes me feel so much better. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to work on getting this all nice and clean and organized, and I can come down here and have it be an oasis of some sort, so that I'm not stressed when I'm down here. Because trying to craft when it is messy and crazy and very unorganized and I can't find my things, it's a little overwhelming. So that's what I'm going to do. I will show you a little speed through of me cleaning, and then we'll go through everything after that. I'll show you how I organized everything, where everything's set up. Hopefully give you some inspiration on how to organize your guys' craft rooms. I'll do my best to tell you where I got the furniture that I have. And that's about it. So let's jump on in. So as you can tell, this was multiple days of me organizing and cleaning and picking up, thus the various outfit changes and the different hairdos, although the majority of the time it's just in a ponytail or a bun, because when I'm at home and I'm doing this kind of thing, sweatshirts and sweats and a mom bun is what I live in. I'm not going anywhere. Nobody's seeing me except for now on the internet for everybody to see. I am comfy. I just, it's what I do. Raise your hand if you're like me and you're in a mom bun 90% of the time. P.S. I got these sweats and hoodie from Costco, and they are extremely comfortable, and this is basically what I'm living in 24/7. So I'm just going through and organizing all of my things, and I really lucked out this day because the week that I have been trying to do this, it was just really stressful, really hard, dealing with a lot of mental illness issues, and I was really, really struggling. My husband is amazing and really helped me out trying to get the downstairs all organized and picked up and cleaned, and he's able to pick up on those cues of just really stressed, really struggling, and he came down and I didn't even have to ask him to help. He just came down, got all of the boxes that were down there out, vacuumed everything. I really, really lucked out with him, so I am really, really grateful to him. Give him a little shout out in the comments. I think he's a keeper. He also helped me build my Flexi Spot desk, which is today's sponsor. So thank you so much to Flexi Spot for sponsoring today's video. They sent me the Flexi Spot comb hair all-in-one standing desk EB8. It has a bamboo top. It has a keypad with memory preset functions, which I think is really, really great. Also a drawer, USB ports, all the things that you need in a desk, which I have been absolutely loving. This was super easy to put together. The legs are already attached to each other, so all you have to do is attach the leg portion to the desk, and that's it. Plug your electrical cord into it, plug it into the wall, and you're good to go. This was seriously the easiest thing that I've ever built or, had help building with my husband. Or I should say he did the majority of it. But I built the first Flexi Spot desk that I got, and this one was way, way easier than the first Flexi Spot desk that I have, which is right here. I'm going to move that Flexi Spot desk out of the way, and I'm going to put my brand new bamboo top Flexi Spot desk in its place. I did preset functions for the height for when I am sitting and when I'm standing, and it's just perfect. I absolutely love this. My back no longer hurts when I'm trying to cut out my Cricut vinyl. You could use this for all sorts of things, working from home or crafting, which is what I use it for. And after I got that all put up and done, I'm just gonna go through my bins, get those all nice and organized, and this is what I was left with. Let's start with the craft side of the room, because this area is my workspace area with my craft kits with my website. This is where the magic happens with packaging and shipping your guys' orders. So I figured we would start with the craft room side, since this is a craft room tour. So to give you a full idea, I wanted to show you exactly what everything looks like coming down the stairs. Yes, this is a pile of stuff that my kids need to bring upstairs, because for some reason their stuff manages to find its way downstairs. Extra shelving and a couch that we had in our bedroom in our previous home that is now downstairs. Like I said, my office and work area for packaging your guys' orders. And then over here, we make our way to our craft area. Now, obviously, this is way bigger than anything I've ever had. In fact, we were super blessed to be able to find a home for rent with a fully finished basement, with a huge open room area like this, plus a bathroom, plus 2 storage closets, which are really nice to have as well. So I'm just gonna start over here and make my way down. So I just have these bookshelves that I got from Ikea. The majority of the furniture that I have down here is from Ikea. It's just cheaper and more affordable, so I like to snag this up to kind of organize my crafting supplies. So up here I have some mini tension rods for some of my ribbon. I also have a bucket full of ribbon as well. This is just some so that I don't forget a lot of what I have, and I just put it on the bookcases like this. Honestly, the majority of this bookcase is just kind of filled with randomness, and I feel like that's a lot of of crafting. Organization is just kind of random. I try to organize it as best I can, but a lot of it is just, it just ends up randomly on a shelf. And of course, I got some snacks, my favorite snacks. You know, you need a snack every once in a while you're crafting. It's important. I have one of these bins full of yarn and string and things like that. We got some buckets, anything from Dollar Tree to Hobby Lobby and things like that is what I put in there. Again, just a bunch of randomness up here, and then back to the ribbons. In this first drawer, I have these hexagon mirrors and signs from the Dollar Tree, and then a whole drawer full of the mini wooden houses that I got from the Dollar Tree. I did buy an entire pack from their website. That's why I have so many. And then in this drawer, I have a whole bunch of signs that you can get from the Dollar Tree. All of their, you know, square signs, tag signs, chalkboard signs, hearts, all of that kind of stuff is going to go into this drawer. And then in this drawer, I have all sorts of more Dollar Trees type signs. Anything from their like MDF signs like this, or you have their large signs, their canvas signs, these larger signs with the little border on the front. I also have signs from Walmart, and then a bunch of these long signs that I obviously have way too many of and I need to get using. And then in this drawer below it, I have all of my frame stuff. So like these frame houses were really popular at one point this year. Some more just kind of picture frame type pieces. I have the galvanized frames that are really popular at Dollar Tree as well. And just anything with like a glass and then frame is in here. And then also these wood framed signs that came out I think around Mother's Day, but anything with glass and a frame, shadow box sign, I'm putting in this drawer. Moving on to over here, I have this little office organizer. The word is escaping me for what this is called. It has the little dividers that go inside and the bar to put the dividers on. This is where I put a lot of paper stuff. I have my window clings from the Dollar Tree in here. I have any of my scrap paper that I've used, and I've cut pieces out, kind of like, you know, the scraps. I put all in here. And then I also have a whole bunch of calendars from the Dollar Tree. In fact, I think like all of these are calendars from the Dollar Tree. I also keep stickers in here. and rub-on transfers, things of that nature, and then any kind of stickers that I've gotten anywhere else also go in here. So this is basically window clings, the wallpaper pieces from the Dollar Tree that look like this. I keep those in there, and I don't have anywhere good to put him, so I just throw him on the floor. And then starting in my bookcases, you got my sewing supplies. I have this big guy that I got from Michael's, and I put a bunch of random signs in there, signs from Walmart, and a lot of my stretch canvases I put in there. I have some tool things that go in that bucket. And then this is a 12 by 12 container that I put all of my 12 by 12 sheets of vinyl in. So that's really nice to store all of my single sheets of vinyl. Now, a lot of this is going to be pretty similar to the other craft room makeover videos that I've shown you in the past of how I organized it. So I'm not going to go too far into detail because you have probably seen this multiple times. I have these buckets that I recently found at Ikea, which is really nice. I hold some of my seasonal ribbons in there, and then I hold some twine, all sorts of different twine and burlap, and my nautical ropes are all going to go into these bins. And then up above that, I have my big rolls of vinyl. And then in the next one, I have my fabrics and faux furs and those kinds of things in there. I have my vinyl rolls that I store rolled up this way if they're long. I like to keep them in the vinyl rolls, or if they're ones that I've gotten from Cricut and I haven't opened, I will just keep them in those. And these vinyl roll holders I actually picked up from Joann's. And then I've got my vinyl that I've gotten from Dollar Tree. I don't really necessarily plan on using those for actual vinyl projects, mostly like for backgrounds and things like that, but I found those, so I picked some of those up. And then up here, I store all of my spray paints. And then I've got my glitters, planners, and just kind of randomness right here. And then I have my Chalk Couture paste and tools and my fabric. This is the holiday countdown house, which I'm really excited. I'll show you that in a video here soon, but that is so much fun. I can't wait to show you guys how I do it. And then I've got some thank you cards, and then my larger stretch canvases, and my craft paper, and my background paper for my desk. And then on to our last bookcase, I've just got some recording tools down there for my videos. I've got more just kind of random tools, my Cricut heat press. Those are all Arteza paint pens and acrylic pens that I use a lot. And then this section, I have one of the Ikea mini pegboards right there, and I just used some command strips to stick it to the back of my bookshelf. And then I hung all sorts of things on it. These are from Ikea that go on the pegboards. These came from the Target dollar spot. These are more of like actual tool hanging things for pegboards, but I made it work. And I just have like, you know, hooks in there and some clips and then sponges, just things to make it more organized. I have my Dollar Tree stickers, like the big ones, and I just have them on a command hook right there. So it's nice to have everything nice and organized on that little section. And then if you come over here, I just used a whole bunch of command strips, or not a whole bunch, I used 6 command hooks. I hooked all of my Chalk Couture large transfers, the medium, the next one, and then the small. And then I also hung up my Cricut mats to go on the wall so they're up and out of the way and I can get to them easily. And then back over here, I just have this basket that I got from Walmart full of like some fall and Halloween crafting items since I'm almost done with that season. So I picked up this cart for things that I am buying. So when I come home after shopping and I need a place to put things, this is where I'm going to put it so I can see it and I don't forget what I bought. Because how many times can I tell you that I've bought something and completely forgotten that I bought it? I'd like to remember what I have. So I tried to organize it more in like a random kind of everyday section. So I got those gnomes and those houses from Hobby Lobby, and then a bunch of the stuff all over here is all from the Target dollar spot. So I just tried to organize it that way. Down here, again, just some stuff from Dollar Tree. These big plaque things came from Dollar Tree. They come in 2 sizes now, and this is a really big one. My friend picked a whole bunch up for me one day while she was out. You know you have a true friend when they are out at Dollar Tree and they think to ask you what you need. So shout out to you, Katie. Thank you. I found some of those laser cut shapes from the Dollar Tree, and then just some other just randomness. Also, those are now wood rounds from the Dollar Tree. Katie also picked me up several of those. So again, you are the best. And then up top is mostly Christmas. All of the stuff that I've gotten from Dollar Tree recently and from Hobby Lobby. I'm just sticking all my Christmas stuff up there so that when I start crafting for Christmas, they are all easily accessible. So this is what it looks like behind my crafting desk. This is where my dog sits. Basically, anytime I'm down here, I had to have a bed for her because she follows me everywhere. I have an Ikea Alex drawer system, and then my desk came from Lowe's. It's not something that I would really highly recommend. It wasn't built very well, and the pieces didn't all match up super great. But the desk works and it has a lot of storage, which I enjoy. So if you want a little sneak peek into my drawers, nothing too fancy right now. I just kind of threw stuff in, but this is just more of like tools stuff. Nothing too exciting in that one. And I think this one, yeah, it's basically empty as well, which is actually nice. It means I have room for more things. Here I have all of my 2-ounce bottles of paint. Anything from Apple Barrel to folk art and, you know, everything in between. I just have all in this drawer and it all fits really well. In fact, I have rooms for more and in the back. So this works great because I'm sitting right there. I can just reach over and pick what paint I want. And then the rest of this is all paint as well. These are all of my Dixie Belle paints. You guys know how much I love them. Vintage Duck Egg from Dixie Belle is my all-time favorite. I absolutely love this stuff. Always have a link in the description box if you're ever interested. The Dixie Belle chalk paint is seriously some of my all-time favorite, especially since I can no longer find Waverly chalk paint in my Walmarts. Even after I moved from Arizona to Utah, the Walmart that's closest to me does not carry Waverly either. They only carry the Hello Hobby, which I'm not a fan of. If you want to see my review on Hello Hobby chalk paint, I'll link it up above because it is, I mean, I'm just going to tell you right now, it's not my favorite. If you like it, great. Compared to Waverly, definitely not my cup of tea, which is why I started buying Dixie Belle on their website. And then lastly, this is just some more 8-ounce bottles. I got the Waverly chalk paints that I have already. And then I have some folk art and, you know, just like those 8-ounce bottles of paint I stick in this drawer at the bottom. And then coming over to my desk, you have this little shelf right here where I keep all the tools like hot glue and my heat gun. And then this opens up and this is really fun. So you have this spot down here where I keep all my really big bottles of paint. Anything from Waverly to Mod Podge, everything like that will go in here. And then this little drawer slides out and I keep all my glue sticks, some baking soda for when I want to mix paint, and some sandpaper. So that all goes in there. And then coming over to my drawer at the front of my desk, this is where I keep the majority of my tools, all my glues, my mini vacuum, my finger protectors, wood filler, tape, everything like that. All the tools are going to go in here. And these little bin things I also got off of, well, I just went to Ikea. I got them at Ikea. And then coming over to this side, I have just some random stuff, a plug for my phone. I have a thing full of popsicle sticks and some mini washi tape from the Dollar Tree. This shelf, I had my Cricut stuff in it, but because now I have 2 desks, I took that stuff out, so I have some room for more things. And then I also got this container at the Dollar Tree, and I also just put a whole bunch of my tools in it, my miter shears, my crocodile, staple gun, things like that. I put in this guy. And then I have this rolling cart from Ikea that I like to keep right here. I fill it with stuff that I am crafting with a lot. So right now it's full of fall goodies. So I have all sorts of, like, you know, some wood leaves that I got from Walmart, some stuff from Target Dollar Spot. I got those little pumpkins from there, some ribbon, the ornaments from Dollar Tree, just all sorts of stuff that I may or may not need while I am fall crafting. So that's those 2 rows, and then the bottom one just has some more randomness of things that I've just bought. And then I put a little command hook up there to hold more of my wreath forms. I got a bunch of pumpkin ones, the bike ones, or the bike wheels, I should say, and yeah, I just hung them right there. Now on the side of my desk, it does have these shelves, which I find super useful for all of my scrapbooking packs, the paper packs like this. I get a lot of them from Michael's and Hobby Lobby, and that is where I put all of my scrapbook paper packs, all right there and super easily accessible. And then this desk also has a couple other little spots. Normally this is open up from the back to the, you know, right through, but because I have the Alex drawers right now, it kind of blocks it off. But right here I have a pack full of 12 by 12 scrapbook paper. I have a bunch of paper cutting tools, and then kind of randomness, some candles and a book. Super random, but you know, there you go. And then on top of my desk, obviously gotta have me some water while I'm crafting, and the paper towels. Can never have too many of those. But then I also have this that I bought from Hobby Lobby, and I use it to hold all of my paintbrushes, scissors, tools, everything that I may need right there while I'm crafting. And then obviously, like I said before, my Flexi Spot bamboo top desk, which I have been loving, by the way. I'm not sure whether I'm gonna keep my Cricut on this one or if I'm going to move it to that one right there. This little guy that I had won't fit under here because of the bar at the bottom. So I'm still trying to decide what I want to do, if I want to have it on here or over there. But I did some presets on here so that whether I wanted to sit or stand while I am doing my weeding and cutting out my vinyl, it will automatically go to it. So right now, I believe it's just at number 1. Then you got number 2, which goes down a little bit more. And if I want to go down even further, I click number 4, and this is where it'll move down for me to sit. And it's also really awesome because it shows you the inches that it is high. And then if I want it to go really tall, if I'm standing and working, I just click number 3, and it is going to move up for me. So now it's nice and tall when I come over here to weed or do whatever I want with my Cricut. It's just right there. And I prefer to have my Cricut on a desk versus that guy, because then it's not down and low and I'm having to bend down. I can just be totally, you know, level and put my mats in and out of the Cricut machine without hurting my back. Now over this way is a bunch of cube storage where the majority of my crafts and pieces do end up. There's 3 shelving units. I got all 3 of them from Target, and the bins are all off of Amazon. I know they're mismatching and 2 are missing. It's killing me. But it is what it is, and let's see what's inside. So again, this is gonna be pretty similar to what you've seen before in my craft room, but here I just have a whole bunch of like floral stuff, berry ribbon or berry garland and those kinds of things. And this one, very similar again, some cotton balls and some Spanish moss. I got some of those in there, some raffia. So just kind of those florally kind of stuff will all go inside of that one. This next one has some wood things, or I should say all wood things. So this has some word wood cutouts from the Dollar Tree, and then a lot of other word cutouts from Hobby Lobby, and cutout letters from all sorts of different places. I have a bunch of random wood pieces, the honey dippers that I got off of Amazon, some finials from Hobby Lobby, wooden tags from Hobby Lobby. All this stuff is just wood stuff. Wood hearts, wood cutouts, all sorts of wood things I stick right in here. This next one, I have more signs that I was actually going to go through, and apparently I forgot this one. So this just has some random signs from the Dollar Tree, the banner ones I like a lot, and just some more, you know, just random signs from the Dollar Tree. Oh, this one's empty. Obviously, I did not go through this enough. I guess I'll keep that there for now. But, you know, surprise, that one's empty. This one, I have more signs from the Dollar Tree. More of like their wood signs, or, you know, MDF, I should say. All go in here. And then down here, this is where a lot of my plain wood stuff ends up. So the cubes from Dollar Tree, although I did throw these in here, these are really fun. I still don't know what to do with them. They're little picture stands from the Dollar Tree with the clip at the top. I don't know what to do with them yet, but I thought they were cute, so I had grabbed a couple. I just haven't done anything with them yet. So I got some of those, you know, wood birdhouse, things like that I put in there. In this one, more blank wood stuff. So I got this, I want to say from Joann's or Michael's, I can't remember, but just a blank wood tag. I have a sign from the Target Dollar Spot, all sorts of different just blank wood signs. These all come from Michael's in their 99-cent section. So you get those for $1, which I think are really fun. And then I also have these wooden houses that I got from, the Target Dollar Spot. So I have those in there. This one is full of the DIY craft kits that I have made for my website. It's thrown all in here for now. Not sure exactly where to put it all, but these are all my craft kits. All made and put together and painted, and I just have them in there for now. This one has wood beads. Anything kind of bead-like will go in there, so all my beads are in there. This one has more wood things, a bunch of wood circles, wood scoops. How cute are those? I got these cutting boards from Hobby Lobby during the fall time, so I got a bunch of those, stuck those in there. So just again, a bunch of blank wood stuff. And here is more of kind of like that floral-y type section. Raffia, styrofoam balls, the moss pebbles, things like that. Down in here, some more wreath forms that will fit in a bucket. I keep those in there. This one has a bunch of ribbon that I'm still trying to figure out how I want to store all my ribbon. I've done like 5 different ways, and I've ended up not liking any of them, and so I need to figure out another way to store my ribbon. So more ribbon in there, and in these next couple of drawers, they are Sola wood flowers. Again, a lot of things from the Dollar Tree. You got their plaques, you got their chalkboard stands, some more of their just actual chalkboards, a whole bunch of signs. They are coming out with a lot of just like scrap wood pieces, so these are all just like squares, which I think are really fun to do crafting with. So I have a bunch of those. And these are all chalkboard. And they're also selling 1x2 type pieces of wood at the Dollar Tree, cut at multiple different lengths. So this is perfect if you can't go to a hardware store or you don't have a saw and you can't cut wood down yourself. These are, I think, a really great alternative. And then the last on this row, again, just blank Dollar Tree stuff. You have the little pallets, you have the baskets or crates, you have a whole bunch of arrows, and then more they're like pallet pieces. I'll just go into that one. I tried to organize them by, you know, blanks and cubes and, you know, all that kind of stuff. So I have those in there. Moving on to the bottom row, I have this one full of galvanized or metal pieces. So I have stuff from Hobby Lobby, their little watering cans. There's a whole bunch of like baskets and mini windmills from there. I have the Dollar Tree windmills in there. I have galvanized trucks from Hobby Lobby and from the Dollar Tree. So just all sorts of metal and galvanized stuff go in there. For this one, it's just a bunch of random stuff, honestly. You always have that bucket just full of random stuff. So this has like those black shelves from the Dollar Tree, some lanterns, some pots, a chain. Just a bunch of random stuff that didn't really have a place, so I stuck them in there. This one has glass stuff, mostly from the Dollar Tree, these glass jars and mugs. And then this one also has just a whole bunch of glass stuff all in there. So that is it for my crafting area. Now moving on to my more office area, I have a couple of these desks that I got from Ikea. I just put them in the shape of an L. There's two smaller ones and then one longer one. I just have that all put together right there. This is my first Flexi Spot desk, and this one just does the up and down. It just has those buttons on there. And then I also have an Alex drawer set right here. This is more of the wider one, just kind of full of crafting items. So like this first drawer has some HTV stuff for my vinyl. This one has adhesive vinyl scraps all in it. This one has a whole bunch of Cricut supplies in here. And then this one has big chunky words. So whether that be words I got from the Dollar Tree or Michael's or the metal words, I keep them in here. This one has all of my dowels and my Jenga blocks and my wood squares and rectangles, candlesticks, all sorts of just kind of randomness, but those all go in that drawer. And then this bottom drawer is for those really big signs from the Dollar Tree that won't really fit anywhere else. They're really long ones, and this is just kind of full of Dollar Tree stuff. This organizer right here, I picked it up from Ikea. I bought 2 packs of shelves, so I had more shelves than it typically comes with. And I have all of my little organizers that I got off of Amazon. And this is what organizes all of my craft kits. So as you can see, I started putting labels on them. I haven't finished, but this just helps know which piece goes where. And I just have them all organized in here like this, just to keep everything nice and organized. And if somebody's coming and helping package, they can find all the pieces really easily. And I did pick all of these up from Amazon. So they are the brand Acro Mills. They come in all sorts of different sizes, but I have those, and then I put the dividers in them, which works really, really great. And then down below, I just have some extra packs of baggies and bins to hold my garland pieces, my beads, and my twine. And then the container that I'm about to show you is also from Acro Mills. I like this because a lot of times when we cut things out, sometimes a piece may not cut out correctly, or maybe it breaks. So I end up with a lot of extras when we are making stuff. So I throw all the pieces that didn't have matches all in here. So I have a ton of just extra little pieces that I need to go through and figure out if I can make full sets, and if I can, a lot of the off-season stuff, so like my 4th of July kits. In fact, I actually just put on sale my patriotic kits that I have left over from, and some other off-season items that I want to get out of my inventory as well. So those are also on my website on sale right now. If you want to get those cheaper, they will be on there. So yeah, so just all my little extra pieces go in here. I have a Molly Ollie bag that they sent me a little while ago, but I just used to organize all of my bags as I'm sitting and bagging up all the pieces to the kits. I have them all organized from biggest to smallest, and that way I can easily just grab out a bag, put the pieces in it, and then put it all in there when it's all nice and put together. My tape and just, you know, my scale for boxes, my thank you cards. I have a label printer that hooks to my computer so that when I'm shipping your guys' boxes, I can print it out on there instead of my actual big printer. A calendar, which I obviously need to switch to October. Gotta do that. And then just a couple desk chairs. And that's really about it. Oh, I have this stuff right here, which I will be throwing up on my website. I decided I make so much stuff, obviously, with my crafting videos, that a lot of it I'm not sure what to do with. So the things that I feel like are nice, I mean, I wouldn't say that the things that I make aren't nice, but the things that I feel like are more sturdy and not just things that I feel like are going to break or fall apart, like from Dollar Tree or things like that, I'm going to put in this, and I will add it to my website for you guys to purchase if you're ever interested in buying something that I've made in one of my videos. If I feel like it's good enough, I will put it on my website. And that is about it, you guys. I think I covered just about everything from my office area to my crafting area. Like I said before, we are super blessed that, or I am super blessed that we found a home that had a finished basement this size, that I could turn it into my full just workshop, my crafting area for my YouTube videos, and then my packaging and shipping area for my online website for you guys to purchase my craft kits from. So that is it. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if there was something that I didn't point out and you want to know where I bought something. I will try to answer your guys' questions in my comments. And again, like I said before, if you're interested in FlexiSpot, I will leave a link in my description box for you guys to check them out. I really enjoy their desks, so thank you again, FlexiSpot, for sponsoring today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, give this video a big thumbs up, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.